right, let's keep it pushing. So I love the fact. So this is, I can't even claim this one. So guys, if y'all don't know, we have like a Google Doc where we put all of our topics we see through the week, things we want to find entertaining, things we know that the swim world should wants to hear about. And this one is 100% Elvis. So, and I think like now that I like thought about it, because I know like when I was coaching, anybody who wants to challenge us, we had the best dryland program in the country. And by we, I mean I, because I made it. But it's such a great topic. Well, you'll see as we get into it. So Elvis, why don't you lead us off?
So on my TikTok a couple of weeks ago, I posted a video talking about how dryland is basically a waste of your time. And to be specific, before they come for me, they're going to come for me in the comments anyway. But to be specific, so when you come for me in the comments, you know what I'm talking about. When I say dryland, I am excluding what you do in the weight room with your strength coach. That is proper dryland. I am specifically talking about the dryland when you go to practice on the pool deck and the volunteer assistant coach tells you to go in the corner, do 10 burpees, 10 push-ups, 5 jumping jacks, throw a medicine ball around like you're an idiot. That's a dryland I'm talking about. That is a waste of your time. Why would you have your swim coach do your dryland program? That makes no sense. That's like saying, hey, this is my tennis coach. He's going to go train me to do basketball today. How does that make sense? And we just let it slide as athletes. It's crazy. Like we have assistant coaches writing dryland workouts for swimmers. How does that make sense? Could you imagine? I love using the Usain Bolt analogy because it's saying you've got this guy whose legs are worth $1 billion. The
chosen one,
Usain Bolt. And he's like, hey man, we need to get stronger. And you're like, I know what, I'm going to bring a swim coach to teach you how to do squats. What? Like, that doesn't make any sense at all. So why do we do it to our athletes? It's crazy.
I will tell you why. Okay.
Oh, you're going to tell me why?
Yeah. And you already know exactly where this is going. Yeehaw, saddle up, boys. It's because everybody wants to be Edwin, Ladarius C. Reese. Oh, that's why. Everybody wants to be the University of Texas. That's why. TEXAS. You know how Alabama, Alaska, Arizona, Arkansas, California, Colorado, Connecticut, Delaware, Florida, Georgia, Hawaii, Idaho, Illinois, Indiana. And then you know what's the one they give pause to? Texas.
You just made that song up.
No, I'm not. Hey, you need to go check it out. It's called the 50 Nifty United States from the 13 original colonies. Shout 'em, scout 'em, tell all about 'em, one by one till we've given a day to every state in the USA. Alabama, and then they just go through all of them.
This is crazy.
Yeah. But yeah, in there, the pause, Texas, and then the fireworks and stuff shoot off in the air, and we see the ghost of
what does this have to do with,
in the sky.
What does this have? This song is dumber than Dryland.
Hey, look. Anyway, Eddie ran all of our stuff. That's what I'm saying. That's the point I'm getting to. And obviously he wasn't, he's a highest level of coach taking his job serious. So it's not like he was just like doing this, off the cuff. He studied a lot of dryland things, a lot of stuff that like Russians were doing way back when, like the good Russian stuff. I just bought a bunch of books off of some of their movement philosophies, which are largely regarded in like the strength training community as like, golden calluses.
Yeah, they're top in the strength and conditioning for sure. I know that.
Yeah. So Eddie ran all of our stuff, and I would say I noticed this because I came from a very unstructured, in terms of making elite swimmers, very, very unstructured high school program. And I realized that there's like strength, functional strength, and then being strong. right? So when we did Dryland, like our strength and conditioning coach, Eddie basically told him, and then he just like supervised us and made sure substituted what we need, right? And he would just like one day he would just yelling out like 20 back hypers, 10 rockets, 30 V sits. And I remember the next day I woke up, I was like stuck like this. Like I couldn't straighten my abs out. So I went through a whole day of school like that. And it was just like I didn't even have like base level strength. And I'm sure like you probably remember as a kid doing planks, it's like one of the most painful things to do. And once I actually got like actual strength, especially actual back strength, it was like planks are like nothing. Like this is a waste of my time. Like I can do better strength exercises. So there's like that level. And then there's kind of like what I just hinted at, which is actually building strength, right? So what you do in the weight room makes your Dryland exercises easier. And then once you have all that strength, like I taught myself how to underwater dolphin kick at a high level, so high that when I got to Swimnerd, David Marsh was like, oh, wow, you're really good at dolphin kicking for a tall guy. So outlier. But I remember when I finally taught myself it, like I couldn't go 25 all out. Right. And at this point, I'm doing like back hypers and stuff with like 20 kilos. And it's like, oh, dang, like I have all this strength and it doesn't even like, it's not conditioned, I guess is the right word.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So I think in Eddie's case, he had every level covered. And I think a lot of coaches, they see it. And this is why I made Rakeley actually. You go to these clinics and the coaches don't tell all their secrets. And you're like, oh, okay, I just run my own Dryland program. And it's like, no, Eddie has more than that going on. But they just see that Eddie runs his own Dryland program. Right. And then, everybody's in trouble. But I'm going to say one more thing. And this is why I think what this point was so brilliant. Swimmers are bar none the worst athletes. Like God, the lights went out when God was making us. Making the swimmers, okay? And a lot of them, like they're not doing multi-sports, right?
Yeah,
a lot of our best swimmers play other sports and then get involved in swimming.
Yep.
So when I was saying like we had the best Dryland program in the world at my club team, I luckily had a lifetime of being a starter at every level for basketball and playing the whole games because of my swimming conditioning. So I could tell you like what muscle groups fatigued the fastest and then what had to keep bending so I didn't have to sit out. So we made our Dryland program to basically emulate or attack all these feelings. So our whatever leg exercises were designed to give you hooper's legs. So we would have kids doing like 1,100 yards, like 10-year-olds going 1,100 yards, finishing in the top 40 in the country. Great technique, superior Dryland program, and making sure that, like I said, the swimming strength, making sure our swimming strength applied. And we were killing them. Won our team's first relay medal. So when I read this again, I was like, this is a great topic. Like there's so much potential in a good Dryland program.
Yeah. Ran by not your assistant volunteer coach who doesn't know what the hell they're talking about.
And America, sorry that I was so long-winded, but like I said, like this was an inspiring topic, like once I really thought about it. So shout out to Elvis.
Okay.